total goals URI scored on the year. That was a point of emphasis that we had, I think, Brandon. URI run over by Diaz, swung in the box. The ball bounces off the back of a URI defender, and Edu Rodríguez reads the bounce, collects it, but that could have been dangerous.
Definitely, Nathan. That was a
one. Passes out wide. Here it is for Ba, the leading scorer, returning from
an off-balance shot right there. Not able to get the full wrap around that ball like he seemed to have been trying to.
Mistake, just wondering where he got it wrong, and it turns out it was just a little bit of a mistake on the back end of things, which is completely understandable as Edu Rodríguez is tripped up in the box. He's not. Still a lot of this game left to be played. That one's punted towards Birmingham. In college, went the full 98 times. As this one's played towards the URI goal, Rodríguez distributes out to Clark Tozak. Hoonholz, a couple of first-time appearance makers for URI connect there, and Rodríguez, the experienced captain, distributes from the back. Not in action all that much besides the goal. Teams have split 3 corners and 8 shots up to this point. 2 on goal per team. And, of course, one of them being the URI goal earlier in the half. Under 10 minutes to go now. Rodríguez will take his time and roll out.
Shin contact, but that's what they wear the shin guards for.
Right. Cross pumped in. No trouble for Rodríguez, who, again, finished 19th in all of Division I last year. 7 shutouts. He's got 17 in 4 seasons in his collegiate career. And there's no... But once you exit a game, you're not allowed back in. And here's a break. Edu Rodríguez off his line and gets all of the ball. Augie Boani sent flying. And it's a big move from St. John's as well to make him through on goal, but just couldn't get that last touch.
St. John's gotten off to a hot start right there. Just able to finally get to that final third, and honestly was able to
even looped onto the roof of the net. Here he comes now down the right side. Cross goes in, headed away by DeCastro, and now struggles to clear for Rhode Island. Who can get it first? A shot and a good save down to earlier in the second 45. Here's ripping down the right side again. Can a cross go in? Sliding and trying to save it. Rodríguez gets a poke, and it will eventually question. Right-footed cross swung in towards Rodríguez. The diving header not collected, but the shot itself ended.
Get enough height to chip it over him, as you just said.
Makumba Ba, we've heard his name a couple times in the second half. He laces a low shot. No trouble for Rodríguez at his near post. But he's been a busier man, and so has the man in net for Rhode Island. Edu Rodríguez, we've said his name a number of times in this second half. And now they'll reset. Space, a shot taken and saved by Rodríguez. It was Bjorn Nikolaju and ultimately put it on frame, but nothing that made Rodríguez move all that much.
Right into the hands of Rodríguez.
To punish you most times if you give them that space, and they're not afraid to shoot from distance. As Hoonholz, excuse me, is slowed down by Rodríguez, who is going to keep the ball until he absolutely doesn't have to anymore. And then distributes quickly.
Saw again Boati going after him like he did a couple times in the first half when Edu had possession just at his feet. Really goes after.
From my angle with a grain of salt.
From my angle with a grain of salt,
right.
Definitely.
Rodríguez comes out and collects. He'll call Mwambe off the ball, and there is going to be some pressure put on out of necessity. And Rodríguez is going to play the time game here, as we're probably going to see a lot of in this half.
A little bit of time wasting, something we usually see from teams up just 1-0.
As that one is headed back, Rodríguez is going to call for the ball and beat everyone to it.
As you say, out of conference, especially against out-of-conference opponents such as St. John's.
With out left now. Cross goes in first time to the back post. Header one and into the hands of Rodríguez. Once again, he is not in any rush to get up.
Ba able to get a good header on there. Gets it on target, but everything that's...
And it compares to just 2 saves he had in the first half as well. He's been a much busier man. And Makumba Ba has been much, much more active as well in this second half. So the tactical shift very much working for getting out on the break. But Tim Hoonholz is going to be the one to
really start an offensive push down the left side.
Rhode Island able to break up the attack once again. Rodríguez in a little bit of trouble. Couldn't use his hands. Now at the goal mouth, a chance to shoot, not capitalize. Another player goes down. Another save by Rodríguez at the goal line. And Back foot back to Danquah. Another long-range shot. It's deflected and no trouble for Edu Rodríguez, who collects it into his gloves. Probably was going wide anyway. And now he's going to distribute all the way out to the right side. Grashewski's waiting. Box ball at the feet. An open shot available. Dribbles through Rodríguez. Comes up and clamps it. It was deflected, but again, St. John's afforded a little too much space in the box there, Brandon, and a great opportunity to shoot, eventually not taken advantage of. The 12th shot of the night from the visitors, and they are knocking on the door.
It seems when Rhode Island lets St. John's get into the box, they just
now if they want, long ball played in, looking for the attacker up front. Rodríguez comes out. It's spilled. Huge block with his body outside the box.
With a opportunity from a back
goal for Johan Sanchez and a debut assist for Keegan Walker. However you slice it,
yes.
A great night of URI's 8 program championships in the A10, as that one is headed back towards Hoonholes at the A10 logo, poked back to Rodríguez. He's going to be put under some pressure for across the league, with 9 different countries being represented by both rosters, as that one is headed out by Oistese.
If he did, Edu still would have had an opportunity to make that save, but still a great strike on the ball.
It would have been. Rodríguez pumps it long. Oistese is going to go up for the header. Lamai wins it. That's not an easy thing to do over the frame of Visa. It was Brady Gaho making his first appearance who had that shot that Rodríguez saved. And it can be difficult sometimes because the signal for a goal kick is nearly identical. 28 respective squads in the starting lineup. Now we'll see more action from a couple of new faces off the bench. But so far, no goals. They've committed 9 fouls now to Rhode Island's 10, which is I can't use my hands anymore, and blocks it out with his chest. It's not as convincing as it could have been. It gives a second opportunity, but again, he does just what he needs to do to win, 4-2 final score in favor of Old Dominion. UMass, a scoreless tie with Siena.